Welcome back to the Chuck Wagner Chronicles. I'm Vince.WINE. I am still going through the Chuck Wagner series of wines, and today I've got 1858 Paso Robles. A couple weeks ago, I reviewed Red Blend, which incidentally I learned was an exclusive for Total Wine. Red Blend was sort of mediocre for me. As I understand it, that was sort of the lowest tier wine in this series. So this is Paso Robles, which is one of my absolute favorite wine growing regions, and this is a little bit higher end. I think I paid a little more for it as well, so I have some high expectations. Let's get the cork popped on today's Wine Lab. Hey, thanks for joining me. And before we get started today, if you want to be a winoceros, hit subscribe on this channel to become a wino today. I put out new videos every single Saturday, so be sure to hit that bell icon to stay notified for more great wine content. Okay, let's get a closer look at the bottle. Okay, simple gold capsule here, nothing too special about that. And then there is our label. So this one, very familiar, the exact same label. Instead of blue, it's red, and you've got 1858. And I dove into the story on that in the last episode, so you can check that out. I'll leave a link for it. But essentially, 1858 is the year that Wagner's grandfather first bought that plot of land in Napa Valley. That's where it all started there. So this one, however, is Paso Robles, so I'm really excited for this. 100% Cabernet Sauvignon 2019 vintage, again by the producers of Camus. So let's get this popped open. Ooh, real quick, the back looks really nice too. I do like the red and gold. It just looks a little bit more classy for some reason to me. I don't know, what do you guys think? So as I recall, the red blend was perfectly drinkable in my opinion. I believe I used the word pleasant for that. It was a pleasant wine. I believe it had a kiss of residual sugar. Didn't really stand out too much. So if I even get a hint of Paso limestone terroir in there, I'll be a pretty happy boy, but let's just see how that goes. Okay, in the glass here, yeah, I do like that sort of garnet red color it had pouring in there, so I'm looking forward to this. Okay, yeah, it does sort of have more of that garnet red color, so I believe the last one was certainly ruby red and leaning more towards those violets, and this one is a really nice sort of garnety red, ruby red color in there, and it does get fairly opaque towards the center of the bowl, so there is hopefully some nice big rich body on here, and as I turn my glass, look at that, I'm actually getting just the slightest hint of staining on the glass. I'm getting some of that red residual around there, which tells me that this may be a little bit of a bigger wine, and that's pretty exciting there, and we'll see about viscosity in just a second. Yeah, check out that viscosity there. You can definitely see that there's some fairly decent legs showing up around the glass. Let's take the nose. Okay, color me impressed. I'm a little bit impressed by this wine so far. I would say this has probably a medium intensity on the nose. Again, it's not just booming out of this glass, but there's kind of a lot to unpack here. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a medium plus in complexity. This has got some fair complexity to it, and I'm glad that it's not all fruit or oak. The first thing that actually is hitting me is sort of this like almost smoky or grilled aromatic, almost all the way to pepper, maybe a little bit of spice in there as well. But it does have like this, yeah, peppercorn, this almost more like smoked pepper. That's like the first thing that hits me. Sure enough, believe it or not, yeah, there is that Paso Robles limestone terroir in here. It comes off almost like a citrus that's not really common in red wines, and that's sort of how you know that sort of like limey, citrusy thing is in here. Pretty cool. I am getting a little bit in the way of oak. It's not an oak bomb so far on the nose, and it's giving off sort of a coffee hazelnut sort of thing. Little espresso, little leather. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. It's making me salivate. It's definitely making me want to chew on this wine. I can't wait. Let's just get this on the palate. Dang it. Okay, I think I've said this for this will be the third video that I say this in. Wagner family, your wines are pleasant. This is a pleasant wine. My first impression is cookie cutter. That's what comes to mind. It's very cookie cutter, a little bit of residual sugar, very rich, soft mouthfeel, very approachable. It's got the oak presence. It's got all the earth that I said. It does have the fruit, does have the coffee. I'm getting much more oakiness on the palate and much more residual sugar notes on the palate. It does have a very nice amount of tannin. As I'm speaking, I can still feel the pull of that tannin on my gums here. here. So it is grippy, and I wouldn't go as far as to call that satisfying though, because it doesn't show up on the palate. It's just on the finish that I get that grip. It's fine. It's fine. It's not $30 fine. Certainly we could do much better in that price range, but it's okay. Oh, there's some of that limestone terroir. I'm not impressed by this, and I really want it to be. Now, maybe that's on me because I am purchasing, you know, this exclusive Total Wine gimmick, but I think I need to just go for it and jump into Caymus. Oh gosh, no, not Caymus. That's the super high-end wine. Conundrum. I need to check out Conundrum, and I know that's supposed to be sort of the next level down from Caymus, and it's supposed to be super indicative of Wagner's ability. So I'm very excited for that. It's sort of like my last hope, my last straw with these wines. What do you winos think of 1858? Do you have a Wagner wine that you recommend? Am I totally missing out? How is Caymus? Do I need to just splurge on the $90, or does it drink very much the same? Please let me know where I should go with Wagner, or if it's just time to move on. So I'm just gonna leave it as what it is. It's fine. Okay, let me know if there's a winemaker out there who has a series of wines that would just blow me away. I would love to fall down that rabbit hole. But until then, winos, if you enjoy what you see here, please leave me a like. That does help me. Don't forget to share this video with your wine friends. And until next time, winos, drink safe and drink well. Cheers.